She went above and beyond to make sure that I had a piano lesson and was learning. You were patient and kind and helped us all grow with the love of music. Miss Amy, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. It means more than you know. Next, Brother David. I loved having him for confirmation, and I loved having you as a next-door neighbor. Miss Joni, too. Thanks for all you did for me and the rest of this group of seniors. We miss you. Brother Brian, thanks for being here, and a big thanks for putting up with our crazy dog next door. Pooh, I don't care how old I get or where I am in life, I will always consider myself a Pooh's kid. I love that we're called that in this community, because wherever us kids are, sure enough, Mama Pooh is just a few steps behind. You can spot a Pooh's kid because 99.9% of the time, we are being the loudest and having the most fun. I will cherish every road trip, movie date, jam session, girls' Bible study night, mission trip, hang out in the gym, and every moment of my time in youth with Pooh. You've taught me more about my relationship with God and just life in general than you will ever know. I no doubt would not be who I am today without you. I love you so much, Pooh. That goes for my youth family too. I love you guys and cannot imagine the last 6 years without each of you. To my family, Mom and Dad, thank you for making it a priority to raise me in the church and for teaching me the importance of making time for God in my life. You've always supported me, cared for me, loved me, and wanted the best for me. I was truly blessed with the best parents in the world. Even though I'll be 4 hours away next year, I know that I'll always be able to count on the two of you, and I'm looking forward to some super fun parent weekends in Fayetteville. Love y'all so much. Abigail, I sincerely hope that you learn to wake up to an alarm in the morning before school, because if not, we may have to record my voice saying, "Get up, it's 7:30, to play on your speaker next year whenever I'm gone. But seriously, I cannot imagine not living in the bedroom right next to yours and not sharing a bathroom with you every day. You're way more than a sister to me. You're my best friend in the whole world. And no matter how far away we are from each other, you will always have a friend in me." To my church family, thank you for all the love and support you've shown me throughout the years. I've always been amazed at the genuine kindness of the people at FUMC, and that holds true even during this weird time to be graduating. Thank y'all for continuing to reach out and doing everything you could to still make my classmates and I feel special. I sincerely appreciate each of you. And to my 2020 classmates, we were literally in diapers when we started this journey together. And here we are, heading to the next chapter of our lives. It's been a pleasure to grow in faith and friendship along each side of you. I have so much love for you all. Thank you.
Good morning. I could have never imagined that I would be giving my senior Sunday speech virtually, but here we are. Over the years, I have heard that senior year is one of the most monumental years of your life. Everyone is so excited for you, and you're excited for yourself. All the years that you've spent working hard have finally paid off. You're looking forward to going to college, and you can't wait to see what this big world we live in has to offer you. You're thrilled to see where you'll go in life. But this senior year has been different. Of course, all of the excitement for the future is still here, but I have had tons of time to reflect on where I come from instead of looking forward to where I'm going. Stuttgart is truly a special community that I feel so blessed to have grown up in. This small town has shown the class of 2020 so much love and support, and trust me, it does not go unnoticed. I couldn't be more grateful to come from this small town. To my church family, growing up in this church has easily been one of the best parts of my childhood. I've made countless memories through all of my years of Vacation Bible School, All-Stars, Handbells, and youth. I have always felt so supported and loved by the members of this church, and I know that will continue into my college years. To Brother Brian, Thank you for jumping right in and getting to know us kids. I remember thinking you were going to be so cool when you put on the camo robe your first Sunday here. You have been such a good leader for us during this time. To Brother David, thank you for loving on us the 9 years you were here and for staying in touch and supporting us when you moved. It means so much to me. To Miss Lisa, Greta Walman, and Miss Amy, y'all made it so fun to learn about Jesus from such a young age. I always look forward to going to Sunday school and Club 56. I remember thinking it was so hard for us to build that tabernacle. Miss Amy, I have actually enjoyed playing Bella all of these years, and it is something I will miss when I leave for college. To Pooh, I wish everyone could see everything you do behind the scenes for us kids. You never stop supporting and loving on us. I can't even count all the memories I've made with you. From my air mattress always deflating on mission trips, to the many Tuesday night girls Bible studies, and all of the countless laughs we've shared in between. You have been such a constant in my life, and the best role model a girl can have. I can never thank you enough. To my sweet Caroline and Carly, over the last 3 years, we have been through it all together. Seeing y'all every week has given me so much more than 2 little girls to babysit. It has given me the 2 little sisters I never had. We have made so many memories, and y'all have taught me so much. I'm still not sure how I will survive not having y'all to make me laugh every day next year. I love you girls and will miss you both so much. To Pappy, Mimi, and People, I couldn't ask for better or more supportive grandparents. Y'all have always gone above and beyond for me, and I am so thankful. To my moon who is watching this from heaven, I wish so badly that you could have been here to see me finish high school and hear this speech, but I know that you have been cheering me on along the way. You taught me so many of the important lessons in life, like always wear lipstick, how to be a lady, and to always, always, always trust in God's plan. I can't wait for the day I see you again. Love you to the moon back. To Mom, Dad, and Brady, you are the best family a girl could ask for. You've always supported me, loved me, and laughed with me. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising me in a church and instilling the right values in me. You have set such a good example for me and Brady. Brady, you've got some big shoes to fill when I leave. But seriously, soak up your last 2 years in high school because they will go by so quickly, and soon you'll be wishing they weren't over so fast. You make me so proud, and I love being your sister. To Allie, Caroline, Katie Greer, Lauren, Madison, Morgan, Mitchell, Pierce, and Sayeda. We finally did it. It hasn't been the year we always dreamed of, but we did it nonetheless. We have been faced with so many challenges as a class, and somehow we always get closer, which I think is something really special. Growing up with y'all has been more than fun, and I will forever cherish the memories we've made over the years. I love you all so much. Even though I couldn't be prouder to come from Stuttgart, I am so ready and excited to begin my new journey in Starkville at Mississippi State University. I'm going to leave you with my favorite Bible verse. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. And with that being said, praise the Lord and go Bulldogs.
Daughter in the fall school years in the University of Mississippi in Oxford. Majoring in exercise science.
But when I actually sat down to write it, I had no idea where to start. If you would have told me this time last year that this is how I would be giving you my speech on the long way to Senior Sunday, I would have told you that you were crazy. But life happens and there are some things that we can't control. So here we are enjoying this special Sunday, just a little bit different this year. So many of my memories growing up came from this church. Vacation Bible school, confirmation class, Sunday and Wednesday night youth, Bible study, house party, Sunday school, handbells, mission trips, fair toss, youth league, you name it, and I was most likely there. I wouldn't be the person I am today without the memories and life lessons that I have learned over the past 19 years at FUMC. I have come so far in my faith, and I owe it all to the amazing support system that I have through my church family. I want to take this time to thank some of the people that have made me who I am today. To my mom, thank you for being my rock throughout the years. I truly have no idea where I would be without you, and I'm so thankful that God chose me to be your daughter. Your favorite daughter, of course. Please be ready for thousands of phone calls next year, because me on my own is a scary thought, and you know it. Dad, thank you for teaching me at a very young age to never give up, because quitters never win and winners never quit. While at the time this applied specifically to softball, I learned that this also applies to every aspect of my life. You've been the best role model that anyone can ever have, and I'm so thankful to have you in my life, and even more thankful that I got my sense of humor from you. Hayden, I know we didn't really get along when we were younger, but as I've gotten older, I realized you were truly the best friend that I never knew I needed. I couldn't ever thank you enough for being by my side through it all and for being my built-in best friend. Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean you're getting rid of me for good, so please come visit all the time, and of course, don't pick on Addison too much without me. Enjoy these next 2 years of high school because I promise they will fly by and you'll be standing right where I am before you know it. I love you and I'm so proud to be your older sister. Addison, we may act like you're annoying sometimes, but honestly life will be so boring without you. Thank you for keeping life definitely interesting and never failing to make me laugh. I can't wait to see the amazing young girl that you grow up to be. Just because I'll be 2.5 hours away doesn't mean I won't be your biggest supporter, so please always remember that I will be there for you every step of the way. I love you and I'm so excited to see the person that you become. To the rest of my family, I'm so thankful for the constant love and support that y'all never failed to show me. I'm truly blessed to have the best support system behind me every step of the way, and I could never put into words how much I love y'all. Miss Lisa, thank you for instilling the love for God in me at such a young age. You always have been and forever will be one of the people I look up to most because you truly represent every aspect of living for the Lord. I couldn't ever thank you enough for all of the love and support that you have shown me constantly throughout the years. Go on. Moving to Club 56 with you was a big day for all of us. I know I thought I was so cool finally getting to go to the famous room at the end of the hall. The memories and lessons learned in that small room are ones that I will cherish forever, and I have you to thank for that. Thank you for always believing in us then and now. Miss Amy, we both know I'm not the most musically inclined person in the world, so thank you for leading me, Allie, and Pierce in charge of keeping the bass club always sounding better than the trouble club. I should never say thank you enough for constantly encouraging me and pushing me to do my best, and for making bells one of the things that I will miss most next year. Who? There aren't enough thank yous in the world to ultimately show you how much we appreciate you. From being my shoulder to cry on, getting extremely competitive with me playing games, being at every sporting event, the list goes on and on. The impact you have made on my life is one that I will cherish forever. You are a huge blessing to not only me, but to this whole church, and I'm beyond thankful for you. Brother David, I remember the Sunday that you first joined our family at FUMC like it was yesterday. I also remember attending an event in Little Rock with our confirmation class and embarrassing myself in front of over 100 people because I was the only one who very confidently shouted the wrong answer in Bible trivia. Even now, you and Ms. Jenny have shown me constant love and support, and I'm very thankful for the impact that you both have had on my life. Brother Brian, even though you've only been with us for a short time, I'm so thankful that you and your family came to Stuttgart and joined our family at FUMC. I'm so thankful for the time that we've had together and for everything that you've taught me. I will always be thankful for the never-ending support, and I will carry the things you have taught me about growing in my faith to college in the future. To the other graduating seniors, while we may be going our separate ways, I'm so thankful for all the memories that we have made throughout the years. Y'all have become some of my very best friends, and I can't wait to see what each of you accomplish in the future. And lastly, to the congregation. I can't put into words how thankful I am to have spent the past 19 years with such an amazing church family. I love that no matter what, y'all have constantly supported me in everything, and while I'm so excited to begin this next chapter at Ole Miss, I know that I will always be able to call First United Methodist Church home. I want to leave you today with one of my favorite Bible verses. This is a verse that motivates me daily because it reminds me that He's not done working through me yet, and He won't ever give up on me even when I fail. Philippians 1:6 says, "Being confident in this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Jesus Christ." Thank you, and God is on you.
When I began writing, a million of different thoughts came to my mind. What should I say? What should I not say? But I thought to myself and said, you might as well say it all. So here I go. I would first like to start off by thanking this entire congregation for all the love and support you have given me since I was a baby. Without your lives now, I do what I would do. I will truly miss this church so much in the fall when I leave, but I will for sure look forward to when I'm home to get to come visit. Brother David, thank you so much for giving so much time to us kids while you were here. I'm so thankful to have been in your confirmation class and been a part of all the 9 years you were here. We miss you on all the graduate street. So Brother Sam, thank you for supporting us seniors throughout the hardest times of our life. It means so much to us. Miss Lisa, go on and the same. Thank you for everything you've given me over the years. Miss Lisa, you'll forever hold a special place in my heart. You were not only my first Sunday school teacher, but you were also my kindergarten teacher and taught me everything that I needed to know. I love you. Go on. Let me start off by saying, wow, I miss Club 56. I will forever be grateful for the memories made during Sunday school, especially when we made the tabernacle. Boy, Gilmore was very disappointed in our geography skills. Miss Amy, I can never remember a time that I wasn't in choir or bells. LOL. To be honest, I never thought I had any musical talent within me. Thank you for always giving me the hard parts and bells and making me work for it. I will miss all three of y'all so much, and thank you for always loving me as if I were your own. To my parents, I literally have no idea what I'm going to do without y'all next year. I hope y'all don't get too tired of me asking for money. I love y'all so much, and thank you for being the best parents a girl could ever ask for. To my twins, y'all are my besties for life. It is going to be so weird not wanting to sing house with y'all, but I know y'all miss me the most, so y'all for sure come visit. Thank you for always being down to get a tea or to go to Sonic. I will definitely miss that the most. You are the best sisters a girl could ever ask for, and God knew what He was doing when He blessed me with y'all. I love y'all forever and ever. To the rest of my family, thank you for always supporting me no matter what from wherever y'all are. I don't know what I'd do without y'all, and I love y'all so much. To the Southeast Burnett's, Maynards, and Myers, aka the neighborhood crew, thank you for letting me love on all of your sweet kiddos. I love them as if they were my own. Sometimes I feel as if they are my own, considering how much time we spend together. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I will cherish every bike ride and children's swimming days with y'all forever. I love y'all so much and will miss all of your sweet kiddos' faces. Please come visit if you come visit Lake Shore. And last but not least, the one who does it all, food. You're such an inspiration to so many, and I'm so glad you had been my youth pastor for the past 6 years. I literally wouldn't change it for the world. You're my shoulder to ground and the one person that put the biggest smile on my face. This church has been so blessed to have had you over the past few years. I can remember walking with you in the Shannon house when I was in 7th grade. I was as scared as I could be, but she knows who, with her loving self, came and welcomed me with the biggest hug, and that's where it started all. You've been there for me for all the good, bad, and ugly times. I remember going on my first high school mission trip, and me and Emily being the only freshman. We were scared for our lives. It didn't help that we were actually homeless the entire week. We went from church to church every single night of the week. One night we were in the freezing cold church, and the next night we were in the church that was so hot we might as well have slept outside. It was terrible, but we made the best of it. And boy, let me tell you, even though we were in the hot church, who made sure that we had 10 fans, even though they just really hot there. LOL, it was the thought that counted. You are forever hold a special place in my heart, and I will cherish the many memories we have made. And I'll always forever be your memory. I love you so much, and I'll miss you so much. I can't wait to finally be in Vader and work towards my dream, but I will look forward to coming back to FUBC when I'm home. Thank you again for everything. I'll miss y'all so much. Will be.
Ellie Sayer Martin, daughter of Jason and Jane Martin, in the fall she will visit the University of Arkansas. Megan and Preston. Allie Martin.
Hey everyone, I am Allie Marks and I am attending the University of Arkansas this fall. I cannot explain to you how excited I am for this new journey. If you know me, you know how much going to college means to me. I've been looking forward for the day to call Fayetteville my second home for years. Although I am thrilled to go to the U of A, I am also very sad. I'm sad I won't get to see the people that mean the world to me every day. This church has given me more rooms than I can remember. Of course, the craziest one of all, food. Although I have my fun memories, I have ones that will stick with me forever and stay close to my heart. If I had to choose my most memorable part of being a part of my church, it would have to be the mission trip we took to Nashville with Boo when I was 16. One day, we went to a halfway house to clean and fix it up. While we were there, I got to talking to this man in the house named Carl. Mr. Carl shared his entire life story with me. He mentioned how he was relying on God to help him get through all of his troubles. At that moment, I felt God in me and I asked to pray for him. If you know me, this is way out of my comfort zone. This church has provided me with so many amazing opportunities, and I know that it has shaped me into the person that I am and the person that I need to be. I am so thankful for my church family. Family has always been so important to me, and I might be biased, but I have the absolute best family in the whole entire world. I know that I would not be who I am today without my mom, dad, and brother. They have my entire heart and always will. Mom, thank you for teaching me so much throughout the years. I know I may act like I don't ever listen to you, but I promise every word that you say to me, I take to heart. You have made me into the person that I am today, and I'm so thankful that you were the one to do that. Dad, I believe that there is no other father-daughter duo like us. You are my best friend in the whole world, and I have no clue how I'm going to go days without seeing you at college. If I'm ever in a bad mood or upset, I know who to go to cheer me up. Thank you for never letting me get in trouble with Mom alone. We usually both did something together to annoy her. And to my big brother Blake, I wouldn't trade you to my brother for anything. I always get told how jealous people are of our relationship as siblings. We may have our fights, but within the next 2 minutes, we're always back together cracking jokes. Thank you for always having my back through everything and being my sweet, yet very protective big brother. I'm glad we can always make fun of each other 24/7 without getting upset about it. I am also very thankful for my grandparents, aunt, and uncles for all of the lessons each of you have taught me. Each lesson that you have taught me will never leave me. To my friends, y'all are all so very special. Although most of you will be going to the hill with me, some of my best friends won't be with me every day. That is one of the worst and hardest things to come to realization with. I know this year didn't go quite how I planned it to be, but I feel like this has made us mature much faster than usual people do. We've learned that not everything works out perfectly and not everything goes your way. Thank y'all for putting up with my craziness for all the years. I love you guys more than you will ever know. Pooh, thank you so much for dealing with me throughout all the years. One of the many things I love about you is how you keep life fun no matter what. We could be having the most boring day and you can turn it into the best day of my life. There are so many special things about you and I'm so glad to have you in my life. Everyone needs a Pooh in their life. And thank you, Brother Brian, for supporting me through this church. Each and every one of you means so much to me and I love you all. Growing up in this church is the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you for your time today and Blue Pig City.
I will always love your families and y'all are all staying safe and 6 feet apart. I would like to start by thanking my entire family for all the support they've given me throughout the years, pushing me to be the best, making it to where I never give up no matter how big the obstacle was. I would like to thank Brother David for guiding me towards the Lord at a young age, for being my confirmation leader, and more importantly, being a good friend of mine. I would like to give a special thank you to Miss Amy. I know it hasn't been easy putting up with you for the past 18 years, and I want to say you did a great job of not strangling me. I would also like to thank Brother Brian for coming to our church and accepting our congregation fully. Brother Brian has installed great lessons of the Bible in us in the short time he's been here and will continue to do so for years to come. I want to thank all of you also for making our church congregation one of the best in the world. Y'all are awesome. Thank you.
Katie Gerber, daughter of Greg and Elizabeth Gerber. In the fall, she will be attending the University of Arkansas in major in architecture. Katie Gerber.
I always look forward to giving my senior Sunday speech every time I watch the classes before me, the previous senior Sundays. Little did I know how different the circumstances for my speech would be, but here we are. Even though our senior Sunday speeches are much stranger than usual, I'm still able to speak in front of all of you, and I'm grateful for that. This fall, I will be attending the University of Arkansas to major in architecture and minor in interior design. I want to thank several people for helping me get to where I am today. Mama, thank you for being my #1 fan in everything I do. You are so supportive and have my best interests at heart. I didn't know a mom could be as hardworking and caring as you. I love you. Daddy, thank you for all you do. You are so supportive in what I want to accomplish. I'm going to miss having you bring me Shipley's in the morning and cracking jokes with you all the time. I love you. Grayson, thanks for being a built-in best friend. I'm going to miss you, but not our arguments. Always remember I'm one phone call away and will always be there for you. I love you, little sis. Plus, I'm really glad that you're about to be able to drive yourself to Taco Bell instead of making me take you. You three are so special to me, but I will say it for y'all. I know it's going to be dull next year without me. To the rest of my family members, I'm beyond grateful for you all. Every single one of you are so special to me, and I'm so blessed to have grown up around people like y'all. If there's one thing you all taught me, it is the importance of family and putting it first. Pooh, thank you for always being there for me and teaching me more about life than I can imagine. I'm so grateful for a youth pastor with as big of a heart as you. To all of my friends, I'm so glad I know all of you and have gotten to grow up together since diapers. I can't wait to see what all of you accomplish in your futures. I love y'all so much. I want to thank the congregation for all of the support I have gotten for this year. The love and support is overwhelming. I'm so blessed to be part of such an amazing church that loves and cares for one another like FUMC. I want to thank the United Methodist Men and the Education Committee for the generous scholarships. It means so much to know that my church supports my future. I'm so excited to start my new journey of life this fall. I know that God has my path paved for me.
I confidently trust the Lord to take care of her. This Bible verse has stuck with me throughout the years. It has reassured me that with every stumble, He will be there. I know that moving to a new place with people that I've never met before can be terrifying, but I know that He would never let me leave unprepared. He has given me the opportunity to learn from the church and study His Word, so I'm already prepared for anything that life wants to throw at me. And I learned all this from Pooh. She is the person that I have looked up to since I shuffled my way into 28 years ago. Ever since I met her and Miss Laney, I know that this is one of the places that I wanted to be. Pooh has been one of the most influential people in my life. I went on countless mission trips with her, where I learned to serve the Lord through helping others. My favorite week out of the whole summer is when we went on mission trip. Each week brought different challenges, and I got the opportunity to meet very diverse people. Not to mention the amazing people in our youth group that I had never even spoken to before we left. The best part of the mission trip every year is writing cards for everyone. These cards are supposed to force people to branch out and get to know each other. They are little compliments and little thank yous for our fellow youth members. As much as we all hate the process, we love opening up and reading the cards on Friday. This is Pooh's method to get everyone to talk to one another throughout the week. And let me tell you, that works. But other than mission trips, we have great memories together. House party and bear talks are 2 weekends that I make time for. My year would not be the same without attending these events. Sunday youth is also something that has kept me going throughout senior year. I drifted away a little junior year, but after last summer's mission trip to Houston, Pooh and Jackson asked me to join the praise band. Now, if you know me, I had 0 musical talent. But I did learn the slides, and there was never a practice that I did not feel included. This commitment forced me to come to youth every Sunday, and I would not change that for the world. I could not imagine a life without Evan and Sadie. I am nervous to go into a world that I don't have this church just a block away from my house. However, I do know that God will always be there to protect me, and I know that He will show me the people that I'm supposed to be with at the University of Alabama. So thank y'all for giving me the best 5 years. For all time.
I'm really excited to hear the callers, but I'm definitely going to miss you guys. I've sat back in our designated pew at FUMC for so many years. I watched, listened, and waited for my turn to be a big kid. I watched every day as the seniors before me grew up and went on their own paths in life. Each one of those seniors was changed by the FUMC family. Now that I'm a senior, it's a little scary to know I'll be seeing your familiar faces each and every day, everywhere I go. I've waited years to be able to one up my brother on his senior speech. Little did I know I wouldn't be doing it in front of everybody. I'm here by myself. It's a lot easier to speak by yourself, so I guess he wins, but whether it's nerves over speech or something much bigger, I know that I'll be okay because of the things I've learned, many of them in the past year, and I'd like to share those things with you. First, I learned that what they say is true. God only throws curveballs your way because He knows you will be okay, and He wants you to learn something. He knows you will come out on top, and you will be better because of what you went through. I also learned to be myself. God made me unique, and He wanted me to be special. I also learned that not everything works out the way you want, and sometimes it's for the best. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. I think I have to be one of the luckiest people in the world for having been born into a family that goes above and beyond for me each and every day and loves me unconditionally. For that, I am so thankful. My family, friends, and my church are the reason I am where I am today. Thank you for all the love, support, and memories. I will forever be so grateful for the impact you all had on my life. I love you all so much. I'm so blessed. Thank you.
Thanks to the congregation for being there and supporting us through all our mishaps, good times, everything that we've done through the years. To the front office for all the work done behind the scenes that no one will ever see or know about. To Pastor Fink for coming into the church and making it feel like nothing has changed. To Pooh for everything she has done through all the years. All the trips, from L&P to house party, the late nights at the gym, just having fun. All 9 of my classmates for being there for me through everything. To Brother David for being my pastor since I was little and since I can remember, and teaching me how to get my life with Christ started. To my family for raising me into such a great church and keeping me in the right place through everything that I've done and been through. One of the first things I can remember in this church is running through the sanctuary, and all of a sudden I smashed my head into one of the brick walls, cutting it open. Having to leave church, and Dr. Kirk had to glue me up before I could do anything else. After that, I never ran in this church ever again. Some other things I'll never forget are all the countless memories and the late nights with the youth program. Just shooting basketballs, having fun and fellowship with your friends, and doing fun things.
Lastly, I will never forget the people and times in this sanctuary. Just coming here on Easter, Christmas, all the holidays, seeing everybody come here and having such a great time, enjoying the Word of the Lord. As I start this next chapter in life, I hope to get stronger in my faith and my time away. But don't worry, I will be back, and probably more than something. Once again, thanks to everyone and everything that y'all have done for me and my classmates.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning and some dark and cold. And there is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, confused and torn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Whose hearts are blazing, so let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, deceived and poor, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle
As you can tell, this church has influenced these young people in ways maybe we never imagined, or better than what we had hoped. And you all have a big part to play with that. We want to bless these seniors and ask them to please do not forget, not just this church, but the Lord that we worship, the Lord and the faith that we raised you up in. You are going to be in an onslaught as you go into the university and as you start this new chapter in your life. You're going to have forces that are going to come against you. You're going to have influences. People are going to make you question your faith, and they're going to belittle you because of your faith. They will make you think it's nothing but an imagination, pie in the sky. Do not believe them. What this church has filled you with is the presence and the power and the knowledge of God. If you lose that, if you put that aside, you have lost everything. Know that your church will be praying for you. Know that we love you. Know that you always have a place to come and land again. Know that you can always contact any of the staff, any of those volunteers that have been with you all of these years. When you get out into this world and you have some questions and you have some crises, we're still here for you. We love you. And we are so glad that we have young adults like you who are going to influence our world. So keep that candle burning bright, because God needs you to do that. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift His countenance upon you and give you His glorious peace all the days of your life. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit we pray. Amen. Congratulations, class of 2020. Bye-bye.